To Japan to continue our series of features on the country's flood prevention measures. Today we visit Osaka, where the city centre is surrounded on all four sides by rivers. To protect the buildings from flood damage in the past, high barriers were built which separated the people from the waterfront. But today the city is going back to its roots thanks to larger but flatter river boundaries which keep back the tide but at the same time can be developed for commerce and recreation. Let's go to Osaka to find out more. The rivers that cut through the city were once the source of Osaka's wealth. But with the flow of time, roads replaced waterways as the main means of transportation, and Osaka had to redefine its identity. The old city centre structures were all built around the waterfront, so you were never more than a few steps away from the river. Little wonder that flooding was a constant concern. In the past, the solution was to put up barriers that separated people from the waterfront, but in recent years there has been a change of direction. An alternative to the traditional wall is the river boundary, which is 30 times wider than it is tall, making it strong and quake-proof. Moreover, its sloping banks can still be developed. Because the boundaries cover a large area, the whole city waterfront had to be replanned. Work started in 1988 and is still going on today in phases.
Before, the tide wall was very high and separated the river from the city. The river and the city were divided. When everyone built houses, they never faced the river. But like this waterfront space or Hotarumachi, shop owners are gradually turning towards the river. By the Dotonbori, some entrances even face the river. That's becoming more common.
Private development projects are gradually changing the face of the city, and residents are no longer afraid of getting close to the water. But Osaka's rivers are tidal, so the water rises when the tide comes in, and when it goes out, boats cannot navigate the river. To stabilize the water level, there are two water gates guarding the Totombori and Higashi Yokobori rivers.
We're going through the Higasashi Yokobori River water gate. First, it stops flood water flowing in, which is one of its functions. And when the typhoon comes and the tide rises, it keeps back the tide or stops tsunamis. That's its second function. Third, it stabilizes the water level of the Dotonbori and Higasashi Yokobori rivers.
The water level of the Totombori River is higher than the Kizu River, so boats travelling from the Kizu River must wait for the first lock gates to open. Once inside, when both gates are closed, the boats must wait for the water level to be adjusted to the same height as the Totombori River before leaving the dock.
By adjusting the river levels, boats can safely pass through. So in this system of two lock gates, you see that lock gate over there? When it's open, it drops completely to the bottom. And when it closes, it comes up.
The two lock gates were completed in 2001. Together with the city's other flood prevention facilities, they protect Osaka from disaster and allow residents to get to know their river.